And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes on his lunch break. I drove through a storm to get here. Like, not a metaphorical storm, like an actual storm. I literally drove to open these packs. So I better not be let down by 2K, even though I definitely know that I will. Limited edition 4. Now, we do have the box toppers. I personally am not going to open one of these for the box toppers just because I'm not interested in any of these cards specifically, and definitely not interested enough to open an entire box to get any of them. Now, that being said, if you are going to open a box for any of them, I would say Jimmy and Bosch are probably the two that I would recommend. Mello, if you're on next gen, sure, but I can't imagine that he's too much better than Jimmy. I think he's better as an offensive threat, though, for sure. Bosch is probably the most useful out of all of them, though. That I will say. The odds are trash, still sub 2% chance for Dark Matters, even though there's literally 6 of them in these packs. They're still somehow sub 2% chance, 8% chance to get an Opal. There's literally only one of them in the set. And that's Paul Horizon, who looks like he's like either being vaporized by a nuclear blast or they just resurrected him from the dead to come play in this game. I'm not entirely sure. There's some pink diamonds as well, 20% chance for those. Billy Owens looks okay. Go Bears, go Bear. Like, he still can't shoot, so it's kind of useless. And then we got some diamonds out here, which you have a 34% chance of pulling. By the way, obviously, current series and dynamic ratings cards are in the mix as well. So that's going to kind of dampen the likelihood that you'll pull any of these guys. And those diamonds are Jalen Johnson and James Posey, which, like, Jalen Johnson actually looks pretty good. He's got that MJ release, which means it's going to be pretty hard to contest and very, very solid. The MJ release isn't like Luka's where it's impossible to contest, but it is a little bit harder to contest. I mean, this year we're seeing releases that are harder to contest than others, which is pretty cool. I don't think that has much to do with the base. I think it's more of an upper thing. I'm still not 100% sure what makes Luka's jumper as uncontestable as it is. And to be honest, if anybody tells you that they know what it is, I don't know if that's the case. 15,750 for these non-guaranteed packs for whatever reason. 2K just insists on charging a bunch of MT, so let's get started. I got too lucky last week, so I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of luck this time. That's just my own personal opinion. Looks like we got Rudy Gobert. No, we didn't. Billy Owens, shout out to Billy Owens, dude. Billy Owens is cool. He does look like the bass singer in like a 1960s doo-wop band, but I think that's just the hair and mustache combo. So it is what it is. I'll take him though. I mean, he's relatively cheap. Like, I really don't think he's that expensive at all. Um, he looks good though. Like, for being as cheap as he's going to be, 6'8" with a 7'8" or 7'2" wingspan, a 7'8" wingspan would be absolutely absurd. I mean, he's good. He dunks the ball, like he shoots at a pretty decent clip. They didn't give him range, Deadeye, like hot zone hunter, so he has limitations for sure. But that Gallo base with Scottie Pippen behind the back and stuff, like he is an elite card if he's badged up for sure. As far as a budget option, hey, they trained the card art for Trey. That's pretty cool. I've actually been using Trey. He's actually kind of fun, to be honest. He's definitely worth grinding for. Like, he's a good time. All right. I got lucky off that first pack. Now we're just not having any luck, which I mean, honestly, is to be expected. I don't expect to pull anything. Like, I expect to just waste my MT, honestly, on these packs. I do not expect to pull any of the Dark Matters. And that's kind of how you should go into it. Not even go into the pack opening that way. Just go into it mentally before you even open packs. Just assume you're not pulling anything, right? That way you can let yourself down easily, you know? Like, if you go into it knowing for an absolute fact you're not going to pull anything, you'll stop after a pack or two. And just with the amount of Billy Owens I'm pulling, which is 2 out of like the first 5 packs, I can tell you that these packs are not going to be worth it just because they're basically Billy Owens simulators, which I would say is probably not going to be worth 15,000 MT. Billy Owens himself is probably going to be like 6K. So if that, like, that's the absolute highest I think he's going to be. So I would go ahead and just what can I do with the basketballs? Can I get? I don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth my time. Does anybody want the O3 Mavericks playbook? I didn't think so. Okay. I don't know who we attaching these to. It doesn't matter. I'll give him 2 Suggs. He leads the all Magic team, so sure, why not? About 6 packs in, I've gotten 2 Billy Owens. I would like to at least get Paul Horizon. That would be cool. I don't have any delusions of grandeur in relation to that. I don't think I'm going to get anything from these packs, but I can dream. You know what I mean? I still have a good amount of MT from Kevin Durant last week, so it is what it is. I sold that card for way too much MT. It's pretty tight. But I'm gonna probably waste it all over the course of this season, opening packs though, so it doesn't really matter. It was helpful, but that's about it. I just love how there's still current series and base set cards in these, and by love I mean I absolutely despise that. Like, it's so terrible. Why are they doing this to us? I guess Manu has 30 contract. I have so many contracts on some of these cards. Let's throw some on. Caruso, the god himself. Yeah, these packs are, I would say, disappointing, but at the same time, I kind of knew for an absolute fact that I wasn't pulling anything before I even started opening them. Ooh, a holographic Markelle Fultz. Okay. Things are looking up. I got an injury card. That's great. Let's just pick a random card. I don't even care. This guy. Okay, maybe Oscar Robertson might not have been the one. Let's do this random. All right. Tyrese Halliburton gets 5 contracts. Sure. I'll use him for my all Pacers team when I do domination. It is what it is. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason to open these packs, especially with the odds that I'm seeing right now. Like, I haven't even got any of the diamond cards. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's absolutely absurd. They might actually be more expensive than Billy Owens, honestly. Okay, this is my boy Paul Horizon. All right, you know what? So be it. Let it be Paul Horizon. Come on, give me Paul Horizon. There we go. First off, this man played for the 90-91 Warriors. I don't think so. Like, literally, dude. Oh, my face cam is cutting off his face. You have to see this card art. I will bring it up at the end of the video. Like, yo, you can see it right now. Look at him. He literally looks like he's being blown away by a large gust of wind or like an incredibly nuclear fart. I don't know. Like, it looks like they took this man out of the ground, not even out of the casket, like reanimated him in some way. I don't know, full of electroshocks or something. I don't know how you would reanimate someone. I'm sorry, I'm not a scientist. And then put him on the basketball court in the finals. Like, that's what it looks like. Literally. All right, so the back odds are terrible. I'm going to open a few more, and then we'll cut our losses here, and then I'll go look at the cards themselves. Is that double Paul Horizons? Okay. This would be exciting if Paul Horizon wasn't probably like 40k MT, I would guess. So I still lost a bunch of MT, regardless how lucky I'm getting right now. Shout out to Paul Horizon. I got 2 Paul Horizons. I'm not going to complain, though, because that's definitely better than some people are going to do in their back openings, for sure. I don't even care. Just go to whatever. Let's give it to Kevin Love. You know what? Let's see if we can go for 3 Paul Horizons. Probably not, but, a boy can dream. Yeah, we got current series Jimmy Butler. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I don't even care. Oh my god. All right. I don't even care. Just go for the shoe colorway. It doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. I don't even have space in my inventory. Last pack Magic. Let's see if it happens. Spoiler alert, it will not. That's a hard no. I got a DeMar DeRozan. That's great. It's just great. All right, I got to go ahead and get rid of something in here that's probably not selling for very much. I'm sure I have a few things that aren't selling for a whole lot. Yeah, I do. Where's the contract? It doesn't matter. Let's just get rid of the Puma Court Rider. I don't think anyone's gonna pick that up. I mean, I probably cost myself 100 MT by doing that, but it is what it is. Give it to my boy David Thompson. All right, let's take a look. I'm not really too stoked about these packs, but it is what it is. So, Alonzo Mourning is 200k. I do expect this card to be a buyout, but the odds are so bad that I could actually see him not being a buyout, but it remains to be seen. He looks like a really, really good defensive center, though, like straight up. Damian Lillard, also not a buyout. I mean, look at how little Damian Lillards there are. It still seems like there's a lot, but when you think of the fact that there's 6 Dark Matters and people are going to open these packs, These cards are not going to be as cheap as you would expect. And the reason I say that is because if anybody wants any of these cards, they can just open a VC box and get them. I mean, we saw the same thing with the previous limited edition 3-packs. I mean, these cards were not cheap because if you wanted them, you just got a non-auctionable version from the boxes for just one box guaranteed. So why is Melo 819,000? Come on. His price should calm down a little bit, but this guy actually might be the most expensive out of the ones. That's crazy. Oh my god, look at how expensive these cards are. Do not buy any of these for these price. Like, don't. Like Dame, don't do Dame. You could just go get another point guard. It doesn't matter. When it comes to Bosch, I mean, the fact that you can get Blake Griffin or like, Jonathan Isaac for significantly cheaper, just go do that. Melo, just get another shooting guard. It doesn't matter. When it comes to Jimmy Butler, instead of paying 500, just go get Kawhi for like 200. And then Glenn Robinson, who I actually want the most, and I'm hoping that he's going to end up being a buyout because this is the card that I actually want. He can play the 2 guard. Glenn Robinson with base 29 on quick. He can kind of move, play defense. This card I'm actually very interested in, and I think he might be sneakily the best card out of the set. Maybe I'm a little bit too hot on that one. Paul Horizon doesn't look to be quite as rare as I had hoped / anticipated. So, yeah, you're going to be able to pick up Paul Horizon for like 25K. If that. I got really excited. I really thought he was going to be cheap. I think I really did. Or not cheap, but at least like somewhat pricey. Billy Owens is going to be dirt cheap. Like, yeah, I mean, he looks to be expensive, but he's actually like 5 or 6K, honestly. Same with Gobert. Gobert is probably that. Yep. Like, I would be willing to say that the Diamonds, James Posey and Jalen Johnson, are going to be about the same price as those two, honestly. Wow, that's pretty depressing. Let's see how much we can get for Paul Horizon. I'm super confused. I really did not think he was going to be this cheap. I'm bummed out, honestly. So yeah, that should tell you right there, don't open these packs. I mean, I spent about 250K just now, and I maybe made 50K back. Maybe. Like, even if I were to sell everything that I pulled, I probably only make 50K off of that, honestly. Like, Paul Horizon literally is about to net me 20K. Barely enough to afford one pack. Like, literally. 26K. Yeah, 25.9 basically. Like, is what I'm getting for Paul Horizon, which is horrible. Like, that's a crazy thing that is occurring. So, as always, has been your boy Cheap Ludes. Like, do not open these packs under any circumstances. I promise they're not worth it. I swear, they're not. Like, you're going to lose MT, and none of these cards are even really that good. So, peace.